Light. Welcome to the live. If this is your first time joining the live, please put in the comment section where you're joining us from. Welcome to all the new members, all the new subscribers, everyone who shared the video, everyone who continues to like the video. Okay, let's see if we can share this with others. Peace, love, and light, everyone. Welcome to the live. So good to see you. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm not going to be on here that long, so I'm going to do just a general reading for the collective, just to see, checking to see what's showing up in your energy. If this is your first time joining the live, please let us know where you're joining in from. What country, what state. If this is your first time catching a live, welcome. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have not shared the video, share the video. If you have not liked the video, thumbs up the video so that others may get a chance to see the live as well. So welcome, and let me know where you tuning in from. Hey Lotus. Hey Denise's. Oh, it's so good to see you. Harlem, okay. Harlem, welcome. It's so good to see y'all. So let me know if you are also a Scorpio tuning in. Now, I know I always ask that question, right? You might be wondering why it is I always ask if you're a Scorpio. Well, it seems to be that the majority of the people that watch the lives, or the majority of the people that watch the videos, are Scorpios. So that's part of the reason why I ask a lot of times, if you are a Scorpio, because I'm interested in knowing if there are, just like how much of a mixed group we have. And also this helps me to figure out who to do readings for as well. I know that we've had a couple of inquiries about doing Taurus readings, doing Aquarius. And so typically what I do is, like, when it's the solar return for that sign, I do a lot more readings. So for example, because it's, Aries season, I've done an Aries reading. I think I may have done like a couple of Aries readings. So the more people are actually interested, the more variety of readings you'll get. Okay, so it's good to see you, Lotus Sutra. You're an Aries. Welcome. And you're from Los Angeles. Oh, it's good to see you. So so we have Harlem. We have Harlem. We have Los Angeles. How's Los Angeles now? I haven't really been watching the news recently. Like, is everything, kind of like, balancing out with everything? Hey, Damari. Okay, so I said I wasn't going to be here that long, and then I tend to, get lost in reading the comments, which is great. Okay, you said great fortune, Ashe, Damari. Hey, good to see you. Lotus, were you saying that you are an Aries? That's your sign? I hope you got a chance to catch the last reading that I did for Aries. So let me know where else you're tuning in from. Usually it takes like a couple of minutes for folks to kind of like come into the live, because it is sort of like an impromptu. Okay, so before coming on here, and the divine has a way of like reminding you of things, right? Before coming on here, there was like a recurring message that I received. And, part of it is it had something to do with like not letting people put you to sleep. And I was like, what do you mean not letting, don't let people put you to sleep, right? And I just kept on hearing, don't let people put you to sleep. And then I started thinking about what that means, right? And I always feel like, whenever I receive these messages, they're not just for me. Especially because how it coincides with me coming on to do the reading. Be cautious not to let people, situations put you to sleep. And what I figured with that in terms of what it means is that, and you can say it different ways. Don't fall for the okie doke, don't let folks, try to persuade you into, believing a certain reality that's not your own, because there are some people that do try to do that. Like, they're not about live and let live. Okay. They're more so about, you don't get to choose. You don't get to be who you are. They're more so about domination. Okay. They're more so about, control. Okay. And we have various examples of that. So that's part of what I perceive that message in regards to not letting people put you to sleep. Trying to, allow people to dictate what you think based on, a general belief. Okay. And it's important that we do that. And this is especially important because many of you are waking up to your truth of what your spirit guides want you to do and how your spirit guides deem is important for you to live. And there are people that don't believe that everyone should have the right to, to think the way they want to think. Certain people just believe that it's better for you to think the way they think. All right. And they may say, that they agree or you're okay. And, it's okay. Oh, you believe in that. That's all right. Yet their actions don't always show it. Okay. Like, they'll say, well, everyone's entitled to how they believe, but, their actions don't always show it. So, it is important that you live your truth. Okay, you live your truth and you seek your truth. And part of what I believe is, everyone has their own truth, and I think part of that truth has to do with your, with what your ancestors practice. Okay. And I think that's really important because our ancestors are the root of who we are. They left an example of what we should be doing. Now, this is not to say that I condone them ancestors that were like colonizing and, keeping people in captive. We're not talking about that. Okay, there is a point where you should realize that, if your ancestors were doing some stuff that they were not supposed to have been doing, you get to decide that it stops with you. Okay, so when I'm saying, I want to make sure I'm clear that when I'm talking about, making sure that you connect with your ancestral bloodline, some of us, them ancestral bloodlines, they kind of, okay, it's some stuff they were doing they should not have been doing. So I'm definitely not condoning that. And if you know me, okay, and where I come from, we don't tolerate captivity. We don't tolerate putting people in bondage and making them do things against their will. So that's not what I'm talking about when I'm saying connect back to your ancestral bloodline. In fact, some of us need to heal those ancestral bloodlines. Okay, like it's time to heal those ancestral bloodlines, especially if the ancestors were doing stuff they were not supposed to have been doing. And some of that stuff is like, you're kind of like seeing it, okay, pass through, or it's trying to come through you. All right, just because your ancestors did it, and your mama did it, your granddaddy did it, don't mean you need to do it. So part of connecting with your ancestral bloodline, okay, for some of us, actually for all of us, I'm just going to say this, okay, for all of us, part of healing our ancestral bloodline, part of connecting with our ancestral bloodline also means we get to heal those things that our ancestors did, okay, because some of, or what they didn't do, okay, because that's important too, because some of our ancestors have debts that they were supposed to have paid and they didn't pay. And I'm not just talking about captivity. I want to make sure I'm clear. All right, when I'm talking about the debts that ancestors owe, I'm not just talking about captivity, okay? Some of our ancestors have debts that they owed, and some of those karmic debts have essentially passed down to us. So when we're talking about healing ancestral bloodlines, part of you, okay, you know what? That seems to be the thing that wants to come out. I keep wanting to say part of connecting with our ancestors mean to heal ancestral bloodlines. I'm getting this energy that many of y'all get to heal those ancestral bloodlines. It is time to heal those ancestral bloodlines, because whatever debt they didn't pay, okay, and some of you feel this, you know it, you've seen it, whatever debt they didn't pay, that energy it keeps walking. Generations after generations after generations, it's gonna keep walking. It's like that debt is looking to be paid, and until that debt is paid, okay, until that debt is paid, some of us are going to be like experiencing some traumatic stuff that we would rather not experience. And so it's like, we're looking, to get rich, and, we're looking, I'm not saying that's all of us. We're looking to get this and we're looking to get that. Yet at the basis, at the core of us getting what we desire and living a balanced life, many may not know this, is to heal those bloodlines, to connect with those with the ancestral bloodlines and healing them, okay, healing and paying off that debt. All right, and there are different ways, that that this shows up when we don't. Okay, what happens when you don't pay those ancestral when you don't pay those debts that your ancestors owed? What happens? You start to see it in your life. You start to see energies of unrest, unease, the balance and equilibrium that you would experience. You experience disequilibrium. Everyone has a specific purpose and something that you're meant to accomplish on this earth. And a lot of times that gets disrupted because we're not connecting with our ancestors. We're not healing those bloodlines, and specifically we're not paying those debts that our ancestors owe. Okay? And for whatever reason, I'm thinking about, the issue, or not issue. I'm thinking about, how, like, especially for people of African descent, how there's been this huge issue about reparations. It's like, it's a discussion. I don't even know why it's up for discussion. Like, that debt is owed and it should be paid. Different people are gonna feel a different way about this. Okay, people are, and we know that people definitely feel a certain way about this. We're not gonna go too deep, y'all. We're not gonna go too deep, but we definitely get to, heal those bloodlines, pay the debt that is owed. And you see, by healing the ancestral bloodlines, and paying the debt that our ancestors owe, a lot of times we don't recognize that something as simple as that can make the difference between peace and unrest on this earth. Okay? Sometimes it could really mean that, because you have folks that are basically kind of like reliving some of the stuff that, well, let's just say that their life is not balanced the way that it should be. All right? So, hey, Desert, good to see you. Okay, so as usual, I start talking about something and then so I started out by, discussing the importance of not letting people, dictate your thoughts and putting you to sleep and making you think one way, and we ended up talking about ancestors. Oh, things don't always go as planned, right? Yet at the same time, we are in accordance to divine plan. So Spirit just does what Spirit does. Hey, Abundance, good to see you. All right, so I'm gonna pull some cards. I just say ashe to that. Ashe to the words that were spoken. Ashe to the ancestors that continually provide wisdom and knowledge so that we can do better, y'all. So we can do better, okay? Because it really is about doing better. Even though a lot of us may not see it as that, and because sometimes talking about certain things, bring up internal scars that are not the easiest to deal with. And those scars, I want y'all to know that the scars that come up, they're challenging to deal with for everyone, okay? They're challenging to deal with for everyone. Yet, is it better to just, pretend and act like, those scars are not there and things, we don't get to deal with them? So, Jason, hey, good to see you. You said, who are you? Hey, Erica, good to see you. All right, so heal those ancestral bloodlines, okay? And try to make the future a little bit better for the ones coming up, because a lot of us are just living for ourselves, not thinking about those who are coming after, what will happen, the children, the way that what they're experiencing. So all right, so let's see what's showing up for y'all. I'm just gonna do, again, I said this was going to be very brief. I ended up talking a little bit more than I wanted to. Okay, tell me what you want us to know. What else do you want us to know? What do you want us to know? What message do you have for us? Okay. Ew. So I see the Empress showing up. And speaking of children, right? Okay, speaking of children, I feel like this energy right here is not just about like children in the physical sense. It's also about ideology. Okay, because the Empress embodies a certain ideology. The Empress is about abundance. Like, most importantly, I'm thinking about like connecting with nature, connecting with what is natural, okay, to us. And specifically, like, there could be some aspects of like creative endeavor in this energy, like what you're creating, the thoughts you're creating. Okay, so we also have the Nine of Swords. Well, some of us could be concerned with, you know, what we're creating, what we're giving life to. And perhaps this has something to do with the previous energy, which was about, like, you know, people putting you to sleep, and that could be connected to that. Okay, so someone could be concerned about this. Nine of swords and 3 of swords. Someone could be worried about an energy of betrayal. 3 of Pentacles is also showing up for you. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. And we have the 8 of Swords. What is this? 8 of Swords? No, 8 of Wands. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is about confinement. So the 8 of Swords energy is like, it seems like it's here. It's not showing up. Okay, it's not showing up. That 8 of Swords energy is here, which is an energy of like someone feeling like, you know, they could be tied up, like they may not know how to free themselves from something. I'm seeing an energy of like abandonment, someone feeling abandoned by something. Okay, some secrets. Ooh, something's happening. Something is happening. Okay, so let me see about this Empress, what she has to say. What is this Empress saying? What does this Empress showing up mean? Okay. Hey, Taurus. All right, so let's see what the Empress wants to tell us. Tell us about this Empress. Oh, okay. Oh, this one snuck up. That's interesting. Tell me about the Empress. Okay, it's 3 of Swords. There seems to be like some energy of like pain, possibly connected to this feminine energy. Possible energy of division. Okay. The Empress and 3 of Swords. Welcome. If you're joining the live, please thumbs up the video so that other people will get a chance to see it. So the more you thumbs up the video, I think the more they share the video with others. So welcome, and please thumbs up the video if you have not. All right, the Empress and 3 of Swords. Okay, one thing is clear. There's a disequilibrium. There is an energy of seemingly something coming in between something. Challenges. Something hidden in secret. 9 of Swords. Someone's worried about something. Tell me about the Empress and 3 of Swords. Okay. 10 of Swords. And Knight of Swords. I feel like someone wanted to block something, or is trying to block something from someone who is an Empress. It seems like it could be like some sort of like opportunity to embody this Empress. Like someone may not want you to know, or they could have done things to kind of like shift your thinking. And this could be an Empress or an Emperor. Okay, so this is a masculine or feminine energy. And someone tried to keep you from knowing who you were. Oh. Okay, so whoever you are, you're someone of royalty, you're someone of royal blood. This could actually mean that you actually come from royalty, like your ancestors were of royal blood, and someone treating you like you were a doormat, someone kind of like creating an energy of like, it's like someone tried to separate you from yourself. Like the person that you are, the actual person that you are is this Empress. Okay, and it's like they tried to like intervene. Like that Three of Swords energy, it's like I'm gonna intervene. I'm going to come in. It's showing up as like an assertive energy. Someone tried to assert their dominance, over you. Like, like they have power. Someone thought they had power. Yet the main goal was to separate your true ideology, okay, the truth of who you are. And this person came in, place, thing, ideology. For some, this is a job, okay? It could actually be someone from work for some of you. Someone that tried to exert dominance. Like, they wanted to make sure that you knew that you weren't in charge. That you knew you weren't the boss. Okay? And the truth of the matter is, this person they may have actually known exactly who you were. Okay? Emperor or Empress. Like you're of royal blood. You carry yourself as such. And the whole thing was, it's like the more this person treated you like a doormat, for many of you, the more they kind of felt like you would separate yourself from this truth of who you truly were or who you are. Okay? So, and the more you connected with this truth, the more opportunities came for you or would come for you. It's like you would walk in your power. You would... Okay. You're someone who walks in your power. Like whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you need, like you have this ability to attract any and everything towards you as this Empress, right? Some of you have so much power, and you're just like literally just beginning to tap into that power, like especially with your connection with nature, your connection with the water element. I'm seeing like the moon here for many may represent, so many of you may be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's like the person didn't want you to give birth to something. And the birth that they didn't want you to give, some of you, this is physical. I'm not sure how this relates yet. I'm definitely seeing the ideology part. Like you are going to... Ooh. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is why the Eight of Swords may have been showing up. Okay, so I was seeing Eight of Swords. I was seeing Eight of Swords when this showed up. And the Eight of Swords is tied to confinement. and confinement in the physical as well as like ideology. All right, someone who was literally meant to be a prisoner of your own mind. Okay, you were meant to be a prisoner of your own mind. Okay, 3-3, like something having to do with the number 3, something having to do with like a door. Okay, 3 represents a doorway. 3 represents, and 3 in Haitian Vodun just happens to be Legba's energy. Legba is the opener, the one that gives passage. I feel like there's a connection to this in terms of you receiving like an opening to something. Okay, tell me about the 3 of Swords. I said this was not going to be a long reading. Okay, but let's see if we could do this. All right, 3 of Swords. Okay. Oh my goodness. And you know what? These cards just end up coming into this deck, and it's crazy. You know, everything's happening for a reason, right? Okay. 5 of Swords just showed up in this deck, and 8 of Cups just showed up in this deck. Somebody walking towards their truth. That's what it is. Walking towards your truth, and someone being concerned or possibly intimidated that your truth would definitely mean something for them. Okay? Or at least they thought so. 3 of Swords. Okay. So this Temperance energy is showing up. Tell me about the 3 of Swords and Temperance. Welcome. If this is your first time joining the live, welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and thumbs up the video as you come in. Oh ho ho. See? That progress was supposed to come for you. The progress was supposed to come for you. It's showing up twice. That's confirmation. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, 5 represents change. See? So your spirit guides, and I feel like this Temperance could be a reflection of possibly your ancestors, your spirit guides, that essentially intervened regarding someone who they have attempted something having to do with betrayal. They intervened. Okay, your ancestors intervened in regards to that. Someone wanted you to drink out of their cup. Someone wanted you to drink out of their cup. I don't know if this is like physical or actually like symbolic. Someone wanted you to drink out of their cup. It's like they're like, you know, whisking and turning and, you know, getting that cup ready for you to drink. You'll know what it means. If this resonates, you'll know what this means. 3 of Swords, Temperance, and 8 of Wands. Like someone literally came for you. Someone literally came for you. And part of the reason why they were treating you like you were less than, they were treating you like you were a doormat. It's because like this person, it's a heavy energy, y'all. Like this person, they were doing the most. 3 of Swords, Temperance, and 8 of Wands. Okay, let's see now. 3 of Swords, Temperance, 8 of Wands. You are on a path to progress. you are on a path to progress. And someone tried to block that path. This person could be someone who's watching you. Page of Swords could be a reflection of this person. You could be dealing, this is either like, this is some sort of like, let me not say some sort of, this is an air sign possibly you could be dealing with, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you could be this sign. And this is what the path, this is the path that this person was trying to block for you. Now, part of what makes you this Empress, you get to know, okay, Empress or Emperor. Okay, so I'm speaking to a divine masculine, divine feminine. Part of what makes you royalty is that you walk with very powerful forces. Okay, these are the forces that you walk with. And the blockage that someone tried to cause has to do with that. Okay, they try to block this path leading to your power, leading to your progress. For some of you, yeah, this is your truth that you're walking towards. You're walking towards your truth. For some of you, like, you have very keen insight on certain things. And you also saw this person. This person may not have known that you saw them, but you did. This person, I feel like this may represent you watching them, even though it's interesting. It's like they were watching you, and at the same time, you were watching them watching you. If that makes any sense, you were watching them watching you. And I feel like it was your spirit guides kind of like giving you this keen insight into what this person was doing. Like, it could also be due to the fact that someone treating you less than made you very cautious of this person. Okay, like you had an inner knowing that this person had ulterior motives. And how did you know? It was because of how they were treating you. And so it's like them treating you the way they did, it opened your eyes to this person's true motives about you and what they plan. Because you see, the people that plan ill for you, they will not always tell you what their plans are. They will not always go outright and say, oh, you know, this, that, and the third. And they're not going to tell you their plans, but they've been planning all along. Check this out. 3 of Swords. Okay. 3 of Swords. And like 3 of Swords again. And 10 of Swords. Yo, like some of y'all were dealing with someone that was like, that would have been a lot happier if you were not in the picture. Like that's what this 10 of Swords is given. Like, it's not just that they were treating you like a doormat. Essentially, that I'm seeing that analogy of the doormat basically means that you're basically like below them, where they can step on you, where they can trample on you, like 6 feet under. That kind of energy. For some of you, that's what it is. Some of you may not resonate with that. Like this. They treated you exactly like their energy towards you is exactly how they... Okay, how am I saying this? Their energy towards you is a reflection of their plans for you. Okay, them treating you like a doormat meant that that's exactly what they saw you as, or where they think you should be, underneath their feet. Okay, like dirt. Underneath the dirt. Stop. Okay. 9 of Swords. Oh, see, Your spirit guides intervening. Your spirit guides came and intervened. Like, they brought the noise. They brought the noise to this person. It's like an energy, like this person is being tormented by their own thoughts and their plans and whatever they've done and whatever they plan on doing. Okay? Ooh. Part of the reason why they treat you the way they do, like the doormat, is because they know they can't, excuse the French, they can't do shit to you. Okay? That's why. Okay? That's why they treat you that way. Is because they know that they cannot touch you. Okay? They cannot touch you. Why? You walk with powerful forces. See, this person is beginning to see this. They're having clarity that that's exactly what it is. You don't walk alone. Okay? You have a whole team. You have a whole posse. You have a crew. Okay? You have your people. Okay? You walk with power. You walk with truth. Yeah, they're not happy about this. See, it's giving the energy of someone who literally thinks that they have you right in their grasp. Like, they have you right where they want you, or at least they think they do, and they can't do to you. But it's like everywhere they go in their minds, because you see, this person is planning, they're plotting, right? Everywhere they go in their mind to try to figure out how to block your path, it's just not working. It's just not working. Tell me about this Nine of Wands. Knight of Wands. Someone wanted to bring you to ruin. They wanted to ruin you. Like they would be the reason why you broke down. And for some of you, that breakdown is mental, physical, spiritual. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, I feel like, is like an energy of intervention as well. Ooh. Fire energy. For some of you, I'm seeing a lot of fire energy here. I'm seeing the words dead end. Yeah. Okay. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. Oh. You see that? They can't touch you. And part of this is that you've been able to overcome every challenge they've sent your way. And some of you, the challenges that you overcame, you have no idea how it happened. See, that's what makes you someone who's like divinely led. Because the things that you do, your actions are in alignment with the plans that the divine has for you. And the reason why you're showing up as this empress or emperor is that you have like this inner knowing that's tied to your connection with your spirit guides. Like, you've ever been driving or walking and you're going in one direction and your spirit guides say, no, don't go that way, go this way. And you don't know why your spirit guide said it, and you listened and you went the way that your spirit guide said to go. Even though it took much longer for you, it's a much longer route. The route that you were steered away from, okay, the route that you were gonna go towards was a much shorter route, yet your guides told you to take a much longer route. And then it was down the line that you found out that that road that was supposed to be shorter would have been a lot more detrimental towards you or your life. or for some of you it could have ended, you know, your life or your happiness. You know, for some it's not even that extreme. Okay, for some of you it's not that extreme. Like, it's not about, you know, your life ending. It could be symbolic for that. It for some, this is like an inner peace, like your thoughts, your minds, something you moved away from, that supposedly seemed to have been the easier route. Okay, you moved away from it. You took a route that it seems to be like a lot more work, yet it's also a lot more rewarding, and it's also what the divine wants for you. Because have you not taken the route that's less traveled by? Like, I don't even see you doing that, because like you're showing up as this emperor, empress. Like, that's what it means to be this energy. So, and then what you didn't expect to happen, what you thought would never happen, is being given to you. Divine intervention. That truly is what divine intervention is. Yeah, some of you, that road that you took, the road less traveled by, it is very tiring. It's taking a lot more energy, or it took more energy. It really is. Yet this is what you avoided, though. Okay? So because you avoided a lot of the unseen. See, so this is the challenge that you avoided. And now you see this Eight of Wands is coming back. Okay, so tell me about this Moon, Five of Wands, and Eight of Wands. Oh, here we go. Five of Swords. That's the betrayal that you avoided, that you didn't see. And I feel like that Seven of Pentacles that showed up is like some sort of like manipulation that happened, that may have happened, that you didn't know about. Tell me more about this energy. For some of you, avoiding betrayal meant isolating yourself. Isolating yourself from people, from certain places. And it's interesting that energy of isolation also caused a lot more conflict for you. That's the thing. Like, if you had gone the route that was easier, it seems like you would have had less conflict. Yet that was not the path that you were supposed to go. See, like, the road that most travel, although it seems to be a lot easier, it also, I mean, you also know where it could have possibly led you. And that's the case. It could have led you in that direction. So the path that you took, the path that you're on, could be filled with more challenges, it seems like. Yet the challenges, I feel like, are more, if it makes any sense, the challenges are more rewarding. Like, you're showing up as this Page of Swords, which means that, like, it's meant for you to learn, and at the same time it's meant for you to stay in this energy of you being mindful that you are royalty, that you are this high priestess. that you're divinely connected. Like, it's a different type of, if that makes any sense. If this resonates, you'll know. It's a different type of challenge. Like, it's not the kind of challenge that someone has that tried to betray you and they don't sleep at night. You see what I'm saying? It's a different type of challenge. Like, it's some challenges that are psychological. They're psychological and physical in nature. I feel like that's the challenge that this person is dealing. It's not the same thing. Okay? It's not the same thing. Okay? So although your road is challenging, the challenges that you're experiencing is allowing you to grow as this high priest, high priestess. And that's the part of you as this emperor/empress that has always made you powerful. That's what it's always been about. You know, you making certain type of decisions that connect you to, you know, this energy of royalty, okay? And it connects you to your spiritual nature, and it's allowing you to grow spiritually, and it's also reminding you that there's just certain things that you wouldn't bow down to because you're royalty. That may be significant for some of you. Someone, yeah, they tried to make you bow down to them, or they thought that you would and you never did. Yeah, the doormat. Someone just thought that you should have been bowed down. Like they were the big bad wolf. And you never bowed down. Ooh, this person, you were dealing with someone that was like very tense in nature. And again, that's because they had these plans for you all along. Like the way they treated you. Some of you are just finding this out now. Some of you could have been like, why does this person treat me this way? Why is their energy always like this when they come around you? Because they don't like you. And you know what they don't like about you? They don't like the divinity in you. They don't like the divinity in you. And this is what makes you royal. Okay? That's what makes you royal. 10 of Cups. I don't know why I'm hearing this song. It's a family affair. It's a family. I don't know why. Some of you, I feel like that whole energy of family affair, like it's almost like you're part of some sort of like a spiritual family, you know. Like whatever spiritual, whatever energy is tied to you spiritually, again, your guides are working with you. So there could definitely be something a lot more to that. And again, if it resonates, you'll know how this resonates. Oh. Okay. Like that whole energy of family. I also feel like that's what makes you different, you know. Many of you, I feel like this is also significant because it's tied to your own family. You felt like you were never truly a member of that family. You belong to, you know, a different family. Like your family is more spiritual than physical. For some of you, this resonates, okay? Yeah, you got the type of family that's a lot more long term. Okay, so let's wrap this up. I was not supposed to be here. I was not supposed to be on here that long, y'all. Okay, let's see. Honey, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know, how do can I actually say thank you? Oh, I'm not able to. But thank you, honey. All right, let's see. Oh, look at the possibilities that are showing up for you. So this right here represents the sun, okay, energy of positivity, and this represents new beginnings. So remember I was saying at the beginning that there was an energy of something coming for you, some sort of opportunity. It's showing up as this. All right, whatever that opportunity is, it's connected to your truth. Okay, so let me just read that and we will end the reading for the general, for the collective. We'll end the reading there. Okay, so this says, this is your moment to make a fresh start. Anything can happen. You're being called towards infinite opportunity. See that? Yeah. This is infinite opportunity. So that's confirmation for you. Okay? You're being called to infinite opportunities. You will rise to the call. Yeah, some of you have a very powerful calling. Very, very powerful calling tied to your spiritual light, you being this high priestess. Okay, so leave behind the unnecessary, ignore judgments of others. There's that judgment. You're leaping into a new phase, and the declaration is, I trust that I am unconditionally loved and supported. Indeed you are. See, that's confirmation for you that your support comes from the physical, your support showing up in the physical comes from the spiritual. Okay. All right. So truly, this is what makes you powerful. This is why you're showing up in an energy of royalty, because, see, it's almost like, right, when you're looking at this Empress, right? Like and this is Emperor, Empress. This energy of royalty is heir to something that is not necessarily physical. It's spiritual. Okay. So again, this is what makes you powerful. And this is also what makes you someone of royalty. All right, y'all. So that is the message. I'm going to be doing Scorpio readings next, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining the live. All of those, if this was your first live, thank you for joining. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Stay tuned. Scorpio readings. The reading is next. All right. Peace, love, and divine light.